Hello and welcome to episode 73 of Pentagon for Gold, where today we are playing some pretty big games in the Champions League, namely against Liverpool at home and also Barcelona at home. We've got both of the tricky games out of the way at home to start with before we then travel away, which will presumably be the next episode, provided, nothing crazy happens. But if we have a quick look at how we've been doing in the league, we've done generally very well. We obviously had that 3-1 loss against Inter Milan away from home, but every other game we've won, and we've won mostly pretty well. So Empoli we beat 2-1 with a Minho early goal and a Hannibal Mebri penalty before one goal back from Empoli. Cagliari we beat 4-2. We got 4-0 up. 3-0 up, and then they came back to 3-2 before Manuel Minho scored again to get a late goal for us. And then finally, a penalty and a late goal from Hannibal helped us to a 3-2 win against Udinese. But now the really difficult games begin with Liverpool, then a couple of easier games in the league before we face Barcelona, and then the really, really difficult stretch of the season will be November, at least the difficult part of this part of the season. It's never going to be easy all the way through. So it's a pretty strong 11 for today's game. Sorrentino drops to the bench just to make way for Andres, whose main position really is defensive midfield. He can play it right back, but he's only 3-star as a wing back on support rather than 4-star as he is in defensive midfield. So I thought I'd just go for Kijana Hoover against his former club Liverpool. It's been a long time since he's actually been at the club. He's even in real life he's left them now. But hopefully he'll be up for this game, ready to look to beat them. And Saul Funnel actually is on loan from Liverpool, and he is playing today on the right-hand side. It's going to be a difficult game, but I reckon we can maybe nick a win. We are supposedly favourites for this game because we're at home. Hopefully we can live up to that billing and get a big win in the Champions League, which would really help our Champions League hopes. We are currently sitting top of the table already because we beat Basel in that first game, but obviously Liverpool playing Barcelona meant that, it's not really comparable at this point because we've played the easy team and they've played each other. Kijana Hoover on the right-hand side. Ball rebounds to Hannibal, who looks to build up from the back, and that's a fantastic pass from De Ligt. And Minho can't quite finish it, and the Mexican Botello playing at right back, interestingly. He's more of a centre midfielder in my view, but he's playing at right back for Liverpool, and he was able to clear up pretty easily in the end. Andres heads it into Funnel, beats his man well, and then unfortunately passes it to a Liverpool teammate, clearly not quite realising that he's actually left them on loan. It's a good save from Sarikaya in the end, denying the Liverpool front man. That's an unusual corner technique from Liverpool, but Trincao now on the left-hand side. Still danger here. Can we get it out? It's a good block in the end from probably Kijana Hoover, I think. Maybe Belly actually. And it's another corner to Liverpool. And we're behind already. Mike Stephenson with a header beating Sarikaya. Looked like he was pretty much on the goalkeeper. And he was played onside. Oh, it's just unfortunate that our guy on the front post missed the header, giving Mike Stephenson the chance to head it home without too much competition. It's basically a free header, and it was so close to the goal he was never going to miss from there. Come on, lads. We're never going to win the Champions League if we can't win our group. I know that's technically not true, but, given we can't make a whole lot of signings in January, I wouldn't expect. I think I'm going to be a bit harsh on the team. Only Diaz still a bit unhappy. That'll be because he's wanting to leave, but we could do with just a little bit more, really. It's not been a great performance, from either team really. It's been very quiet this game. Not much has happened. Botello finds Vieira and he's put it home, and that is a 2-0 lead for Liverpool away from home. Not a good performance by any stretch. I think Funnel is going to have to come off. He's been awful, really. We'll get Guil on, and hopefully he can help turn this game around. I think we're probably going to have to go attacking. Just with the way this game's going, we are really struggling to get anything going forward. Can Minho prove me wrong? He can already. That was very quick. Good response. Hannibal found Minho, who just peeled off his man, and it's now 2-1, but we will proceed with that tactical change and get Guil on because Funnel has not had a good game by any stretch of the imagination. Mike Stephenson, the scorer of the first Liverpool goal. Trincao now in the centre of midfield, not his position in real life, but clearly able to play it by this stage of the save, and De Ligt does well to get back. I thought he might not have the pace for that, but thankfully he did in the end. And Vieira's put it home again. 2 goals for Rafael Vieira. Given it's this stage of the season, I guess it's fine. You know, he's probably not. It's not like he's just gone off against us, but you know, we could really do with not conceding goals like that. Trincao now tracking back to the left back position. Seems to be everywhere on the pitch right now. Oh, and De Ligt doesn't have the pace to keep up with Stanley, and that's a problem. You need fast centre backs at this level, and De Ligt at 35 is never going to be the fastest. And yeah, well, actually we'll put Sorrentino as maybe the box to box. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Alfredo Diaz can go as the Mezzala, and hopefully we can get back into this. Vieira tackling Hoover. He's done a really good job, Vieira, today. Looks like quite a player. Gonna have to take a look at him after the game because he has been really, really rather good. I think I'm going to berate the boys, try and get them a bit more wound up. I think maybe it's time to put Sorrentino back there, and then Katic can come on as the box-to-box midfielder on loan from Bayern Munich. Beal, Trincao, exchanges passes. It's a really nice pass, but only makes its way out to Juninho. And now Lujan. Oh, and that'll be another goal for Liverpool. 5-1. This has been abysmal, really. Defensively, not good at all. I think we're going to have to... I mean, I know he's actually the highest rated defender in this game, but I think we're going to have to get rid of De Ligt for the big Champions League games. He just hasn't got the pace. And against the big teams in the Champions League, you do need defenders with pace who can actually cover ground. Sorrentino looking back to Serikaya. Hoover. Guil finds Migno. Can he pull another one back? He can. It's a really good finish. Migno's not let us down today. He's had a very good start to the season, but really the team performance has been pretty poor. And yeah, not happy at all with that game. Hopefully we can turn it around a bit against Barcelona, because if we lose there, we're in real trouble in this group. Well, here we are with a chance for redemption against Barcelona. We have done a few changes just to get really this squad a little bit revved up again, shall we say. So Adjumon comes in at right back instead of Hoover. We have dropped De Ligt. He's gone to the bench because he was just a bit too slow in that last game. So we put Frank on the right hand side with Belly on the left, so that they're on their strong feet. Andres continues as a deep-lying playmaker, and Guil comes in on the right-hand side in place of Saul Funnel. Now, let's hope that we can actually, do a bit better than we did in that last game, because it was really, really awful. I assume Barcelona won. Yes, they did. They beat Basel when they played, and yeah, we could do with getting a victory here then, particularly given the damage to our goal difference that game against Liverpool will have done. And here we are with Hannibal on the free kick. And that's a beautiful goal from Hannibal Mebri. What a free kick. He may be in his 30s now on this save, but he is really able to do what he's always been able to do. Beautiful free kick. He is only early 30s, I suppose. But yeah, he's definitely going to be going downhill soonish, you'd imagine, with FM. He only joined from United this season, so he's actually been there for a long time, but he hasn't had any problems settling into his new club, and I've enjoyed having him here. I wouldn't have signed him if it were me, because he's in his 30s, but he's been a really good signing so far, and I guess that's a sign that you shouldn't always count out your older players. he is a little bit tired compared to the other players. I guess he does play pretty much every game, so it's not entirely surprising. But to be honest, the lack of squad depth in this Juventus team means that these guys are pretty much out every week, with a few positions we can rotate quite often. Agimon and Hoover, and sometimes Andres goes to right back with Sorrentino in defensive midfield in place of him. But really the midfield two don't rotate. The left back doesn't rotate. The striker doesn't rotate. The wingers sometimes rotate, but not very often. And let's see if Hannibal can do something similar from this free kick. No, he can't. It was a bit further out, really. So if he'd scored from there, that would have been quite something. Ayala, Pavlovic into Tacon and Bray now. This looks slightly dangerous, this bit of play. Bilbao, easy claim for Saracaya. Trying to chip someone as tall as Saracaya from there, never really going to work. Hannibal is going to need to come off, sadly. It is a shame, he's been very good so far, but let's get Sorrentino on. And we'll get, Alfredo Diaz can go into that Mazzala role with Sorrentino in the box-to-box position. Gentilini doesn't seem to get very high ratings. I'm not quite sure why. He is supposedly a very good left-back. And, it's weird. Oh, and that's a brilliant finish from Migno with a really nice pass from Sorrentino, who's just come on. That's a good way to introduce yourself off the bench. And Migno continues his scoring form. He's got more goals than games so far this season. He's really loving life in Europe. What a finish. That is disgustingly good. I think it's probably time to get some new faces on. We'll get Dogan on there, and Funnel can come in on the left-hand side in place of Carpentieri. We've really restricted Barcelona here. I have a feeling it'll be the other way around in the second game against them in the group when we're away from home. But this has been a much better performance today than it was against Liverpool. So perhaps that gives us a clue that De Ligt, as good as he is, should not be starting these big games, particularly in the Champions League. It's an interesting thought to ponder, but definitely something that we need to consider. And that puts us second in the group, and it's a decent position to be in halfway through. I think if we can get a win against Basel, we should do, and then a win against either team without absolutely being destroyed by Barcelona in the second leg, we'll be through. So that's very, very nice. We will come back probably for the repeats of these games. Actually, Liverpool is quite a long way away in December, but we will come back for those, and hopefully we'll be getting through the Champions League. If worst comes to worst and we fail, then I guess we're going to we'll do a bit of the Serie A running, but it will mainly be about getting to next season, revamping this squad a bit, ready for a Champions League charge, because there is not a long time left in Football Manager 21, so I'm aware that I do need to wrap this series up as soon as possible. Now, if you have enjoyed, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channels. It really helps me out. Sorry for the long gap between episodes. I've been incredibly busy in life, and it's not been the easiest to get through, but I think we'll try and speed it up a little bit just so that we can actually get through to the end of this series and hopefully win the Champions League before FM22 comes out, where likely I will be looking to start recording some new series and just get playing on the new game. So if you have enjoyed, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel, as I said before. I hope to see you next time, but in the meantime, have a great day.